what kind of interest have we generated with investors? Are there any new investors who perhaps never considered the Philippines before, but now they do? And what sectors are these businesses in exactly when they look at the Philippines and say, hey, maybe we could set up something over there?
There's several areas that I see. Probably the first and foremost is renewable energy. Now that the ruling was that foreign ownership of renewables. Prior to that, every time the sun passed over the Philippines, Philippine government owned the sun. Every time the wind blew across the Philippine Islands, the Philippine government owned it. And that meant foreigners could only own 40%. Now, who in the world is going to invest $1 billion and only own 40% of it on very expensive investment? So when it's now opened up to 100% foreign investment, we're really seeing that's one area that's really good. Another one would be critical minerals, the mining sector.
Right.
It's never been, America's never really had too big of an impact in the mining in the Philippines, but with the e-vehicles, the batteries, the nickel, the critical minerals that all go into that, with Philippines being a huge supplier of that, then I'm seeing a huge interest now in critical minerals. Those are a couple of areas. Manufacturing, I mean, CEPI, if you look at CEPI, talk to them. Semiconductors
we talked to Dan.
talk with the CEPI. Their exports for semiconductors, their export are going up.
Dan is trying to get some money out of the CHIPS Act.
And the CHIP Act.
That's what he said when he was here.
The CHIP Act, same thing with Raimundo. The CHIP Act's not going to help you build a factory or anything. What it will, because that supposedly is going to be done to help American companies build American factories. But what it does is it supplies workforce training, it does pays for research, development, all those areas can be. So both Raimundo and Undersecretary Hernandez, when he was here, all of them brought that up with me and said, let's utilize the Philippines with the CHIP Act in the Philippines. So it's a great opportunity. Thanks for mentioning that.
And what about AI? How do we figure in that conversation? Is there any opportunity here to be part of that supply chain?
It's it's a hot topic with everybody.
Right.
I think it's the retraining, this thing is going to go on in the next few years because, I mean, AI is definitely going to change the way everybody lives, but especially in the market. You know, if you look at your IBPAP here, they're rebranding. I mean, they're doing things because of it. I find it exciting. I use Microsoft Copilot every day. I think it scares me, but it's really exciting that what the possibilities are. And I think coming out of the pandemic, the Philippines came out much better on the digitalization and the readiness for AI and its impact than maybe some of the other competing countries.
Just a brief final word on BPO, since you already brought up the business process outsourcing sector, which is so big here in the Philippines. We have a lot of U.S. clients, so to speak, and investors. Are they planning to stay?
No, definitely. There's growing. I mean,
growing?
If you maybe you better talk to Jack Madrid with IBPAP instead of Ebb about that. But
well, tell him that you recommended we talk to him, so he can come over.
Okay, we'll do that. Jack's a great guy, and you'll enjoy it. But no, there's no doubt that there's going to be major changes in the next decade in that industry. But they understand that, and they're moving towards that. It's the retraining, the re-educating. You're going to have different people doing different jobs. They just need retraining.
It's not going to get wiped out, in short.
I see it as an opportunity, not as a threat. So.